Hello, and welcome back to my video. The purpose of this video is another heat press, and I want to show you how you can heat press your hair even as you're transitioning from a relaxer and trying to go back to new growth. As you see, I have relaxed my hair a few months ago. Okay, this is the new growth. This is the relaxed hair right here. Hope you can see it. I got it where you can see it. Okay, I just washed my hair. I just shampooed my hair so it's still wet. Okay, so as you see, this is my new growth. You see, the fridge is, it's not just, just there. It's all over. Okay, don't mind my gray, ladies. Don't mind my gray. We all have that little bit silver wisdom. You see my new growth up in there? All up in here. And because it's still wet, it don't look like it's that thick, but it is. And maybe my camera angle is not as well, but hopefully I'll get another. You'll see it more. But what I'm getting ready to do is blow dry my hair. But I just want to show you where the new growth is so that when I blow dry the hair and when I press the hair, you'll see what I'm talking about. You see me try to comb through it? Yes. Definitely, when you have new growth, those roots, I'm using Y2 comb. So those roots be tough up in there. And you don't want to, there's one thing you don't want to do is like comb through your hair real hot, real rough, and you don't want to use this type of comb. Why? Because your new growth is coming up and it's growing, and then you have your relaxed edges, and there's tension. When your relaxed edges are wet, it's more easier to break off. So you don't want to use no fine combs. You want to use a wide tooth comb, and that's why I'm using this right here to try to go through my hair. And that's why I'm going to blow dry, and then we're going to go into pressing my hair as pressing my hair, transitioning from a relaxer. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. It's the same thing. Okay, ladies, I'm back. Now that I have blow dried my hair, I wanted to show you while it's dry what I was talking about. I'm trying to get up close. Hopefully, let me see. I'm trying to make sure the lighting is perfect for you. So you can see the new growth here. Like the back, you can really see. Let me see if I can show the back. Like right up in here. Try not to drop the camera. Work with me. Right up in here. Like this is the relaxed part, and the roots are the part that need to be pressed out. I don't intend on adding another relaxer, but I just don't want the hair to like break off either too much. So you see around my edges, all that need to be touched up. Don't mind my wisdom. So basically, I want to show you what I'm working with. As you see, like I said, I got a wide comb. So you can basically see the edges. The roots. So we're going to be touching up our roots with the hot comb. However, ladies, I have a lot of viewers on my last page of my hot comb. Hit that like and subscribe button. It don't cost you a thing. We don't need to hate on each other. Just hit that like button. That's all. Thank you. And before you get started, you definitely want to put some type of heat protectant on your hair. However, I'm in the process of moving, so I packed a lot of my hair products away. So I will be using some hair grease. I'm not going to use a lot because I don't want my hair to sizzle, because that will happen when you using grease in your hair. But I don't want my hair to be without some type of moisture on it as I run this hot comb through my hair. So I'm definitely going to add some hair grease, because like I said, my heat protectant, I packed it away already. I was going to try to use the hairstyle that I already had without changing up while I'm in the moving process, but that ain't work out. So I need to go ahead and touch this hair up real quick. So I added some hair grease. I'm telling you, when I go through, I can just feel the roots. how they just need to be touched up. But anyway, before you get started, hit that like button. Don't cost you a thing. You want to definitely section your hair in 4. It's easier when you're doing your hair yourself to section your hair in 4. No, this won't burn out your hair. If you use the hot comb properly, it won't burn out your hair. You don't need to let the hot comb get too hot. If you feel scared in reference to doing this part of hot combing your hair for the first time, take it slow. You know, practice makes perfect. So you want to take it slow. And because I only brought out 2 clips, because the other ones, like I said, is packed away, I'm going to section my hair where it benefits me to use the 2 clips. Okay, so I'm not going to section the back off. 1 clip for each part. Section, each half, how about that? Not quarters, but half. Because as you see, I sectioned it off in 4. So I have a clip up that side, but I'm going to put the other clip back here, which will section this part. So then when I get ready to work in those 2 sections, it's off. So here go the clip. And yes, so see, section that off, section it off. So I will start here in this section, then I will come to this section. And then when I'm finished, I'll clip it and then go forth. All right, ladies, we're going to get started. This video may be a little bit long, but work with me. I'm going to try to go into detail. The difference I want to tell you is that using an electric stove is what I have compared to a flame gas stove where the fires come up. Okay, you get a different heating element with your hot combs. So ladies, please be careful. Okay, your comb will get hotter more quicker, and the heat on your comb will last a lot longer. Okay, because it's coming from that gas flame. Okay, and the comb is sitting directly in the flame. So when it's on the electric grill, on the electric stove, the heating, like I said, the heating elements is different. So you want to be careful, and you want to demonstrate slowly but surely. And for those who don't know how, your best reference is to purchase you a mannequin. Purchase you an African mannequin with nappy hair. Not nappy, let me correct that. Curl, tight coils. That's the word. And you can purchase one of those off Amazon. You don't need to get one for no $65. The cheapest one I think I saw was like $23. You can get one of those. Get you a mannequin stand. Purchase you a hot comb, okay? You don't want the hot comb that has the electric. You can purchase that if you just want to start practicing. You can purchase both, because they have the hot comb that you plug into the wall, and they have the hot comb that goes on the stove. So you want to get 2. And then you start practicing on your mannequin and getting as close as possible. You know, 1 section at a time. And then you start practicing on yourself. But if you've never done this before, disclosure, don't try to do it on yourself first without practicing some of these tips I have. Make sure you have a white towel. Make sure, see how this, if you can't see it, I think the smoke is coming off, but I'm going to pull it up. See how the smoke is coming off my hot comb? You definitely want to take and you want to wipe it. When I wipe it, you want to make sure that you're not burning. This is just from the grease element from the hair, because you will get a lot of that because I put oil in my hair, so you will get a lot of extra particles off on the white paper. But the purpose of the white paper is not to show the scorching. If you go like this and your paper is, matter of fact, let me demonstrate. I was trying to demonstrate the column got too hot, but again, like I said, I'm using an electric stove, so the different elements of the heat is different. And all I do is rub it. And the paper right here would be like a scorching brown. That's how you know it's too hot for the head. And you definitely, but every time you take it out, you definitely want to go like this. You'll see me not do it all the time because I'm used to it. But when you do that, make sure you put your paper to the side. And I'm going to have my back turned because I want y'all to see me do the back. I'm going to outline my edges first. Start at the top. I'm taking the comb slowly, but I'm going around the edges. And the hair, because I added hair grease to my hair, it makes the hair even hotter to hold because the grease heats up the hair. And like I said, I only added hair grease because I didn't have any heat protectant at my disposal at this time. I went around my edges. I'm going to wipe it off because I have grease on here. However, you ladies, if you have your smoke detectors, you definitely want to take them down because it will smoke up the house and smell like something burning. So the detectors will go off because it smells like burning hair. However, because you have grease and stuff in there. So what you want to untake them out. I'm going to make another pass around my edges. And when I say my edges, I'm talking about the outline of the section that I'm getting ready to work on. That's what I mean by my edges. And I can't see behind me, but you should be able to see a difference from the outline that I did, that I'm getting ready to start working on, compared to my other side. Because I can feel it with my hands, so you should be able to see it. You should be able to see the difference of my outline and my roots. So we're going to get started and go right in. I just shake and wave, or I get my tissue. And because I'm using the opposite burner from where I'm sitting, make sure, ladies, that your stove is completely off on the opposite direction here, because you don't want to mess around and place your tissue there and burn and start a fire. So you got to be mindful when you're doing this. And instead of me putting another relaxer in my hair to touch up my roots, because actually I want the hair to grow itself out, and instead of just taking it the rough route, I just press out my new growth. Again, sorry for my back being towards you, but I'm trying to show you exactly what I'm doing. You see, I'm trying to take small sections because I want to make sure that I get all of my root. And remember, ladies, I told you that back combing, the back part of the hot comb, is what straightens the hair. The combs itself doesn't straighten the hair. It just allows you to go through the hair. The back part of the comb is what straightens the hair. See, I'm taking small sections. I really hope this is coming out. The video part. Then once you take the small sections, you come directly through the hair. And see, just outlining that part of my hair first allows me to work on the inner part, because I already outlined the part that I needed to work on. As you see, I'm not constantly wiping the paper off, but for beginners, you have to. Okay? I know exactly what I'm doing, so just don't take my bad habits. Remember to wipe it off. Remember to wipe it off. And even if you don't have no heat protector, like I said, you can use hair grease in your hair. But you don't want to put a lot because when the heat hits it, it'll make it hot for your hands. This is an acquired touch. You heard what I said? An acquired touch that you will have to get used to with this hot comb in your hair on the heat process and with the hair grease. And this is me touching up my roots on a relaxed hair. Instead of adding more relaxer to my hair, I'm just touching up my roots. Yes, you can touch up your roots with a hot comb if you have relaxed hair. Think about it, okay? Don't you press your hair with the flat iron when your hair is relaxed? And you also use the curling irons to curl your hair while you have relaxed hair. So you can use a hot comb. You know, you just want to be mindful of what you're doing. And when I finish, I will clip my ends. And there you have it. I'm going to go over my edges right around here because I feel a little bulk. So you can feel yourself where you need to touch up at because you feel the difference in the hair. The texture of the hair. And there we have it. One portion of touching up the hair, touching up a relaxed hair with a hot comb. You see the difference of me touching up my hair with the relaxed hair. Now I'm going to work on the front. Okay, ladies, we're working on the front. And again, you check your comb. This is a routine process, so I want you to get used to doing this. And we even tend to blow. If you don't have a white paper towel, you can use a white rag. Either or. You want to make sure that you're constantly wiping it off after you add grease in your hair because the hair is oily. And again, it's an acquired touch because it's hot, okay? And you may burn your hand by hitting your comb on your hand. You may burn your ear. You may burn your neck, but you'll get used to it because you'll learn how to do it a little bit better. But what I want to say, again, I'm going on the outsides of the hair first. What I want to say, ladies, if you're going to be doing this on your kids, do not, I repeat again, do not add hair grease to their hair. Now, you can use the heat protectant, spray the heat protectant in their hair, and make sure the hair is dry and not wet. That's another key purpose because you never want to do this on damp hair. It will burn your hair, okay? And that's why you never want to do this with hair grease on a child unless you know what you're doing, because the hair grease gets hot and the child will start crying and saying that you burned them, and you're not. I know, because when I was younger, my mom used to do me all the time. I swear to God, she was burning the crap out of me, and she'd be like, oh, that's the grease. Damn that. But anyway, I'm telling you, don't put the hair grease in there if you plan on doing kids' hair. As you see my video when I did my granddaughter's hair, I just sprayed the heat protectant, and then I just went through it 4 sections, and I just pressed her hair. I didn't try to make it bone straight. None of that. Okay? If you want to get bone straight for the holiday, I'll do a video on that. Okay, with my granddaughter. Not this year, maybe next year or something. But you see, I'm just doing my edges. Just going around my edges. And one thing about hot comb, you see my eyes squinch? Yes, because that's just a habit. And see, I feel myself sweating. You definitely want to make sure that if you're sweating, you wiping that sweat because you will get hot. But you don't want that excess water to sizzle on your face because it will. And I'm doing it like this because I'm looking in the video, trying to do it at the same time. But see, when you look at yourself doing it, you're like, oh shoot. But when I'm just sitting there doing it, it's a different aspect. Basically, I just heat the comb up. And as you see, you start to see a little difference already. I hope I'm getting a good lighting. I'm gonna have me a ring light in a minute. In a minute. When I hit to get some more likes and things, you know. Hit that like button, ladies. Hit that like button. If you like the services that I'm providing. You see that? Hot. Hot, ladies, hot. Trust me. Even though it's not gas stove, it's electric stove, and it still gets hot. You want to darn sure protect yourself. So, here, remember, come down on the edges. If you was doing somebody's hair, you ask them to hold their ear when you're on this spark. So you're doing this instead of adding another relaxer to my hair is easier. And this is how I grow out my relaxer when I'm ready to transition back to natural. I do it like this. I just do it like this and I wear my hair out for a few days and then I'll braid it back up and do my crochet styles or whatever else I may do. And today, after this, I'm going to do a box braid tutorial because that's exactly what I'm doing my hair after I press it out. But I wanted to show this video on pressing your hair while you have a relaxer. Pressing the new growth while you have a relaxer. Let me correct that, ladies. Pressing the new growth. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that like and subscribe button. See how I'm going right here to the new growth? And then I just bring the comb straight on down. Straight on through. And just come on down. And I'm coming back on. So you can see the difference between the textures of the new growth. And just, like I said, small partings. And see, going around the edges helps you when you start doing the rest of the hair because you outline what you're going to do. So your edges is pretty cool. So you can see the difference of the new growth. And I take the comb and I go to the back comb part of it. Is what straightens. Again, comb on, the back comb is what's straightening it. See that? And I only need one pass, really. Because the rest of my hair is relaxed. So once I get the root, it's the same thing if you did a flat iron. But this holds better than a flat iron. There's not too many ladies in the salon that will use a hot comb because they don't know how or they wasn't trained. When you go to hair school, they do show you, but everything they do now is with the electric combs. They may show you how to use a hot comb, but it's not intense. What I'm bringing to you is my experience and my knowledge from doing it for years. I have 5 daughters, okay? I have nieces, nephews, aunts, cousins, and I always press the hair. Well, first and foremost, I learned from my mother. My mother has been pressing my hair since the age of, I think I was 4. I think she started pressing my hair. I remember I was real young, and I used to always say she burning me. She used to grease my hair and then go ahead and press it. But I was the only one in school that always had straight hair because my mama pressed my hair every week. When I say every week, she washed my hair every week. Didn't blow dry because we had blow dry, okay? But she let it air dry, and then it was just extra curly, and then she went ahead and she pressed my hair every week. So I learned from watching my mother. And then as I got older, I started doing my sister's hair, and I was doing my kids' hair. So that's why I'm able to, and I, of course, doing my own hair most and foremost. Trying to make sure you see. You see what I see. See, this is the tip, but the edges are not that rough or curly. As I say, I gotta watch my words because I went around the edges, remember? So when I went around the edges, I already started the process of what I was going to do with the hair, which added to it. There you have it. You see the difference. And I'm able to use the smaller comb to go through the hair. And this side hasn't been done. Make sure you pay attention to your comb. And you can see the difference on which side of my hair hasn't been done. You see my roots? And I haven't outlined it yet. Some may say if you get a good blow dry, you would have got the same results. No, you wouldn't have. Okay? Why? Because my roots, my new growth is here. Okay? And to blow dry it, I still would need to press it out. So just blow dry it and come in with the hot comb. Because when I don't like sitting down with the flat iron doing this process. For me, it takes too long, for one. For two, the flat iron don't get your roots as well as the hot comb. So during this process, I use the hot comb. It's easier, it's more convenient. And for those that don't have them expensive, quote unquote, flat irons, you have a stove. You can purchase one of these and you can still get the same process. Okay, you see how I'm going around? You can see it. I know you can. What I do is heat my comb back up. I see a piece of hair on it, and that's the most important. Like if you see a piece of hair on your comb, you definitely want to make sure you wipe that off because that hair will catch fire over there on the stove. What it would do is singe a little bit, and if you're not paying attention, you've been to push that little bit of singed hair into your hair and not knowing if it's still lit to set your hair on fire. So you definitely, that's another reason why you want to use the white tablecloth. Don't pick up some of my bad habits because I've been doing it too long. So, but as you see, right here, oh, I feel this part right here. I don't know if you can see it, but I feel it. So I'm getting ready to take and smooth that down with the hot comb on the outside. I'm going to get my edges some more right here. And pick up what little bit of hair you have, and you come over it. The a real delicate process. That's why I'm talking low, because I don't want to be doing it all fast and accidentally burn myself. Old school. Mama used to be over your house, over your head, saying, and shaking like this in the air. She didn't use too many rags. Just and then she go right in. As you see, I kept going on this little area right here because I could feel the hair was so thick and intense in that little area. I want to make sure that the comb go through, because that's the process of outlining the area you're getting ready to work on, so that when you start doing it, it goes right on through. Then I'm going to just go ahead and part right here. Then I'm going to start right here. Again, pressing process, you definitely want to take small sections. That's how you get your hair pressed the finest. See, I'm coming straight on down. You only supposed to do 3 passes, but you do what you think is good for your hair, because I don't know the texture of your hair, and if you feel like you need more. See, like you see in the light, you see the new growth of the hair right up to here, all the way around. Sorry if this video was long, but I try to make sure I go into detail with this, because this is a very serious process. This is nothing you can just fly right on through. You want to make sure that the person watching this video or going to try this hairstyle knows what they can do, can always fall back. Yes, it's the same routine process over and over, repeating itself, but it's different sections of the hair. And you will see that working on your dominant side. Your dominant side is your right hand side. So when you work on your dominant side, you'll feel that it's more easier and more comfortable for you to do your right side more so than your left side. That's because it's your dominant side. But don't worry about that. The more you practice, the better you'll get. I don't have no music in the background because I want to make sure that you're able to hear everything that I'm saying. Because again, this is a serious process. This is a process that you don't want to play with. You're talking about heat. You're talking about fire. You're talking about your head. You talking about possibility you could be burnt. So you want to make sure that whoever's doing a video like this, that are explaining, they explain it themselves, that you understand. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just make sure I explain everything that is going on, everything that I'm doing, what you may encounter with little burns on your ear, little burns on your neck. You may burn your little forehead. Picking up the comb. See how I'm doing this? I may even burn the tip of my finger. You know, so just know that you may get little burns. And when you do, you'll be fine. Okay? And what I do for them little burns, you can pack some ice on it. Back in the day, they used to tell you, oh, put some butter on it or put some grease on it. No, if you burn your finger, do not put no butter. Do not put no grease. However, because what that oils do is they lock the heat in. You want to release the heat off a burn. So you want to add something cold. Grab a cold bottle of ice water, grab an ice cube, whatever the case may be. Run your finger under ice cold water and just let it sit there. You want to burn the heat to come out. You don't want to lock the heat in with oil or butter or things or hair grease, things people used to say back in the day when we was younger. Put some grease on the burn. No. We found out as you got older that locks the burn in. That locks that heat in. You want to release that heat by adding something cold. And then I touch, see if I feel anything that's out of the ordinary. I'm going to take my clip off from the back. Phone rang. See, I'm not paying attention. And somebody just texted me. They texted me earlier, but I was trying to make sure. I like to try to answer people back right away when I get a chance. See, I'm able to comb through my hair. Now I'm going to go ahead and touch my edges right here. I need to pay attention because I'm on my opposite side. My dominant side is my right hand. So I'm more comfortable with touching my edges on my right hand. I touch my edges over here with no problem, but you know, like I said, my dominant side is more easier. Sometimes you tend to burn yourself on the opposite direction. And after you make a burn on your hand, or even on your ear, you'll notice that every time you put your hand in lukewarm water or hot water, it's going to activate that burn again. So you definitely want to always wash that area in cold water until it heals. I hope you liked this video. Hit that like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Look at my little wisdoms coming in. That's just a story on its own. So I'm in this video at this note. Thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. And just know you can use a hot comb to touch up your roots while wearing a relaxer. Thank you.